Everybody, welcome to Suzette Speaks Live on your radio. I'm so happy you're here. We're getting ready to talk Diddy. Humble Live in the studio. Happy you're here, guys. Hit the like button. Come through. This is behind the scenes look at what we do every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. here on the Suzette Speaks Live show. I got to get live on Facebook. Once I do that, we ready to go. And we talking Diddy Humble Line. I don't know if you got any Diddy tracks you can play. I know. Warm up the people them. Ready when you are. Let's do this. Check. Yeah, it's on good. Check.
Live radio, no dive radio.
Yes. It's on goodie.
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon, one and all. We talking Diddy today. Not I Diddy, yeah, none of that. We are talking Diddy, the diddler. The people them, the young people them know I said no Diddy, but we have to talk about it, y'all. I've been waiting. And Suzette Speaks Live on your radio every Thursday and Friday. This is how we do it. We are live from here on Miami all the way up to Orlando. If you didn't know, the Voice of the Caribbean is South Florida's 24/7 Caribbean American radio. We do excellent programming for the community. I was just jamming on my way over here. Humble Lion had me. First of all, he was playing Stay Out of People's Business. That's what he was playing. And I said, Humble Lion don't know what my show gonna be about today. Because as he might play a Stay Out of People's Business, man, I say, this is what we're gonna do today because I think the people want to talk about it. And the number here at the studio is 850-446-0562, 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch on the Suzette Speak Show Live. There's so much I want to say about this topic of Diddy and the truth about Diddy. And we saw what has been unfolding on social media. I want to know what the people have to say about it because there are enough people who are, still, I don't know if it's still, because as of last Friday, we saw this harrowing video that was released from a 2016 incident where we saw live and in color Sean Diddy Combs, what looks like on the video. And for those who have not seen it, again, I'm going to describe what I see. And I'm going to put a little warning on today's show because we're going to be talking about domestic violence. This is going to be a part one. I have a expert coming in next week. You guys know I'm live every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. But I have an expert coming in next week, Dr. Jason Prendergast, who does therapy and counseling. And he sees a lot of folks from all. This is the thing, you guys. Economics doesn't matter. When it comes to domestic violence and how people treat you, it is a real issue. A real issue in the Black community. And we have to talk about it because it is affecting all of those that we love. So when I talk about Diddy, I'm trying to be respectful and I'm trying to make it an elevated conversation. I know so many people have so much opinions. The phone number today is 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. If you're watching online, welcome. As you know, Suzette Speaks is live every Thursday and Friday on your radio. That will be my given time. I don't know if we'll expand, but for right now, I'm loving it. I'm loving the support. I love all of you who have been reaching out to me on the social media side, following me at Suzette1Z2Ts, Speaks Online, LinkedIn, Facebook, everybody I reach out. So I'm grateful for that. Grateful to be here. Thank you to Mikey Mike and the whole team. Thank you for Humble Lion, Lisa B, Miss Chin, big up Undisputed, big up all of the team here because we be doing the community a wonderful service, not only bringing our music and our culture to the people, letting you know about important issues as well as wonderful events. If you guys miss Marcia Griffiths and Friends, you miss a beautiful affair. Shouts out and all hail the queen of reggae music. So we produce wonderful events for you. And like I said, we keep you going on your radio. After this is pure music, Lisa B. And I was listening to Humble Lion as I was driving over. I was thinking to myself, why this is going to be a very interesting and very timely topic because no matter who you are, there are folks who feel very strongly about what they saw on this video. So let's see how we got here. First of all, the number here is 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. 850-446-0562. Talking about Diddy. I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about this because this is something that I think the community, again, we've kind of been hearing rumblings and we've heard, the rumors, right? We got to back up. We got to back up to come forward, right? So recently, just last Friday, put it that way, just last Friday, we saw a video come out that was apparently from an incident that took place in a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. And during that time, we see on this video that was released exclusively by CNN, Sean Diddy Combs in a violent interaction with his then girlfriend and R&B pop star, Miss Cassie Ventura. And we know that Mr. Combs has been involved and has been named in several lawsuits as of late, as I think as recent times, 7 now, and one just popped up today. I'm going to read you about the lawsuit. And when we look at the pattern of this gentleman, and I don't know if I can call him gentle again, but I'm trying to put respect on his name because everybody, as a lawyer, I believe everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But he had to come out and put out an apology, and we're going to get to the apology for what was seen on this horrific tape. And when you watch it on social media, it has made the rounds for just under a week now. We've been seeing Cassie Ventura in an attempt to leave what looked to be a very abusive situation. In the video, you see Miss Ventura running down a hallway, coming out of a hotel room. She has barely on socks, shoes off. She's running towards the elevator. And again, this is a hotel that is in LA. After she runs in, she's in a hoodie, pressing the elevator to come. What we see, I don't even understand what we see. A grown man who appears to be Mr. Sean Diddy Combs running after her in the hallway. No shirt on, no clothes it looked like on, a towel wrapped around him, towel and socks wrapped around him, chasing, I would say is an accurate depiction after her. Once he makes contact with her, run down the hallway, he push her, people would say he threw her down, and then proceeds to kick after her, kick her. And it was just terrible. When you look at the video, you can just pain in my eyes, pain in my stomach, pain all over. Because when you see what is happening um, to another human being and how she's being treated by someone who claims to love her or is in a relationship at that time, publicly they were in a relationship at that time, you know, there's so much that goes through your mind. And again, when it comes to domestic violence, there's so much hidden, God. You heard in the media when she had filed her lawsuit a few months back under the New York statute to try to make a claim as to what actually happened during their relationship. There was a lot of doubters. And I've seen a cry on social media, and I want to know how you all feel. You can call me 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. Suzette Speaks Live, talking about the truth about Diddy today. And as we get into this conversation, we want to make sure it's elevated again. We want to put respect on, you know, a lot of people have faced these type of circumstances. We don't want to trivialize it in any way, shape, or form. We know that this is a real issue that both men and women have faced. And domestic violence, again, is not a situation that only happens to certain people of certain economics and certain parts of town. It can happen to anybody, y'all. So I think it's important that we use this. And my goal here is to use this as use this platform as and this conversation as something that can help elevate this issue for us so that we can better address it. We have a caller coming in. If you want to call, 850-446-0562 gets you right in touch. What is your opinion on what's next for Diddy? What's your opinion on what happened on that video? You can call domestic violence. There are hotlines as well, crisis hotlines. If you want to text home to 741-741, that is a domestic violence crisis counselor hotline. It's run by a global nonprofit. Text home to 741-741 if you know someone who is being impacted by domestic violence. We're going to take our first call. We want to call in. We want to tell me how you feel because this is a public square. And today is a very serious show. Like I said, domestic violence is not an issue that we take very lightly, but oftentimes it's hidden. And like when Cassie first come out, not everybody believes you. Not everybody believes you. And we want to take this call. Go ahead, Carla. You're live. Hello. Who am I speaking to? Where you calling from? Hi, Lisa. ATL in the building. How are you? Yeah, yeah. Tell me your thoughts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Mhm. Mm. Well, she said a lot, but you said you think there's more as well. Yeah, yeah. Right, 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 right. Mm, 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 mm. He did. He did. Yeah. Mm. Oh yeah. And the video guys don't have any sound, so yeah, 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 yeah. But you can see through the action. Mhm. Mhm. Throw a vase at her at a second piece of the video. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of allegations, as you pointed out, that make you kind of wonder. My mom used to say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And of course, we have this federal investigation that kind of came about after Cassie's lawsuit. And again, nothing has been proven. It made international headlines where Mr. Sean Combs, two of his mansions, right, houses, where he lived in LA and one here in Miami Beach, were raided in what the federal authorities say was a raid based on allegations of international possible child trafficking. Again, these are allegations and you know rings in terms of people abusing people in a systematic way. Now, again, they up until that time, up until this video, Mr. Combs had vehemently denied these things. Now, when we look at the lawsuit, as you're talking about, Miss Lisa, when again R&B singer and his girlfriend at the time, uh, you know, she had a very damning lawsuit that came out, and she and the Diddy legal team had been going back and forth. But in the lawsuit, as you pointed out, it was depicting her ex-boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, in an attack that was similar to what we saw on this video. So do you think the video coming out has vindicated Miss Ventura in terms of the allegations that she made, and other people might have said, this is a money grab, this is something that she's fabricating, why didn't she leave? How come, she stayed if it was so bad? Do you think the fact that what she wrote in the lawsuit is so similar to what we saw on this recently released video by CNN, that it kind of gives her, credibility? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. No, man. What I'm glad to see is that a lot of people who were on the fence, and of course on social media, you saw this. We have to protect this black man. Now, again, before this video came out, that was a lot of people's sentiment. I'm not speaking for myself, but I'm just saying, reading on, Facebook, Instagram, whatever put out on TikTok, you have to kind of see where, people are. And again, those are the people who comment. It's not necessarily the representation of majority of people, but I was just interested in seeing, yeah, see, yeah, the variation of of opinion. You guys, 850-446-0562 gets you right in touch. Talking about the Diddy case today and the truth about Diddy. Again, we're talking about this harrowing video that came out showing a 2016 attack in a hotel hallway. You can see it on Instagram. You can see it on any news outlet right now. It's been news this past week. And again, it showed singer Cassie Ventura, who is now Mr. Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend now, who had filed a lawsuit, if you remember, a $30 million lawsuit, which was settled in one day after she filed it. All these other incidents she talked about being exploited, etc., was in that lawsuit, and it was settled, and they resolved the case out of court during the settlement. Now, let me ask you, Miss Lisa, what do you think about the apology video? For those who don't know, the initial incident was 2016. Everybody's asking, why is it just coming out now? Who knew about it? There are allegations that Mr. Combs possibly it was like a catch and kill. That's what they talk about with stories like this. You pay it off, or you pay the hotel, or you pay. This is an allegation, not proven, that you pay it off. They say it was a 50,000 possible payoff. This is some reports. I haven't seen anything that has confirmed or corroborated. These are allegations, of course. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty, presumed innocent. So you have this tape. I'm like, how much years later is this? How much other tapes is this? And again, this wasn't something that occurred in his home. It occurred in a public space. That means somebody in that hotel saw it, right? Reviewing those hotel footages, and then it now is very suspicious. A lot of people feel very suspicious. Again, 850-446-0562 gets you right in touch. Suzette Speaks Live on a call with Miss Lisa, calling from Atlanta. Want to give her opinion. I just want to get your opinion before I let you go, Miss Lisa, or you can hang on. What about the apology video? Go ahead. Mm. Mm-hmm. Lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well. Mm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, big up Miss Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much for the call, and thank you for sharing your opinion. This is a really, really devastating blow to Mr. Combs, his public image, what he says done and not done. I don't even go into Kim Porter yet. I mean, there's so many different parts of this. People go back to Biggie, and people I said from them time that there's, alleged, um, suspected blood on his hands from early. And again, we don't know. It's pure speculation. Me can't call Diddy if you come on my show yet. Me not so big, but we can talk about it because I think it allows us to really address an issue that is not yet kind of we haven't learned how to deal with this. When there's someone who is as talented as a Diddy and popular as a Diddy, remember this man is one of the forefathers, if you will, of hip hop. When you look at his contributions as a producer, And at the time that he came of age, and the bringing forward of a Biggie Smalls, and how it changed literally American music and the landscape of American culture. You know, you look at that, and we have a problem with that, especially in communities of color, where icons, can they both be an icon and also be a devil? Can they both be an icon and also have, you know, fatal flaws? We're not comfortable with that. We oftentimes see hero and we want to see hero. Okay, R. Kelly, y'all don't want to go there today. Come on, call in 850-446-0562. Get you right into Suzette Speak Show live every Thursday and Friday on Voice of the Caribbean, I Radio, representing for the next generation. Caribbean Americans here. From here to Orlando, you can listen 102.1 Fort Lauderdale, 94.3 FM Miami, 102.3 North Miami, Hollywood. Big up Orlando. Oh, no, go play Diddy, play the P Diddy, man. Because I know I love the P Diddy song. The man was an extremely talented producer. Extremely talented and gifted. You could call a musician. And what he's done in terms of the hip hop movement, do you still play his music? Them say 20 odd companies have separated themselves from him. Peloton, for example, not playing the music again. You can't ride Peloton and listen Diddy. They have removed him from their platform. You have others that have separated from the Diddy brand. What are you doing? What do you think is next for Mr. Sean Diddy Combs? Let me see. Thank you, Links Online. Suzette, he says, big up Link says, Suzette, that apology video was to the 3-letter team to let them know he's going to stay in line. Wait a minute. Them say it looks scripted. Me don't know. Uno did watch the video. If you watch the P. Diddy apology video, let me know whether you're watching online. Call in 850-446-0562. We're talking Diddy. We're talking Cassie. There's a new lawsuit out there now, number 7 in as many months. And they name Mr. Sean Diddy Combs in situations where he is perpetrating and violating people in a sexual manner. And again, nothing has been proven. We know about the federal raid. We know about the Cassie lawsuit that was settled. And now we see this video. And there's just so much going on inside of me. I felt I got to bring this to the people, get your opinion to talk about what you think happens next for Diddy. The truth about Diddy is today's show, y'all. Calling 850-446-0562 gets you right in touch here on the Suzette Speak Show live. Tomorrow's show, we're not done. We have another good lot of time here. So call in, man. 850. We have a caller. Caller, we have to take the break, but call in. Same thing. 850-446-0562. We're going to take a short commercial break, y'all, but we're going to be back with this caller on the other side. We want to know again your reaction to Diddy, Cassie, the tape will come out last Friday, the allegations, new lawsuits filed, number 7 lawsuit naming Mr. Combs. What do you think that this means for the Diddy brand? Are we too forgiving in the Black community of someone who is multi-talented as well as being accused of such vile behavior? What do you think should happen? Call me now, 850-446-0562. Suzette Speaks Live. More right after this. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. I'm always right. All right, that was good. We have some good comments online too. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have my guest. But today I wanted to go live with this, and do I have a guest next Thursday as well? I think I might do a part 2. Hey, everybody online. Thank you for calling, Lisa. Thank you, Links. Thank you, RM. I see y'all. Appreciate you looking out. Appreciate you tuning in. All those watching on Facebook, I appreciate you. This is Behind the Scenes. Suzette Speaks Live every Thursday and Friday. Also, you guys can advertise with me on the radio. Listen, we are here trying to bring you to the people. So if you want to advertise with me, you can come, whether it's an interview, whether we do, commercials for you, like you might be hearing now. But I'd love to have you as an advertising partner, so you can reach out to me on that. Okay. But we're gonna talk about the Diddy thing. Let me know how you feel online. Hit the like button, do comment and share. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's I feel good about it.
So you mentioned Biggie.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Mm.
He started Bad Boy Records with Aaron Hall.
Yes.
Heavy D.
Mm.
They had a problem.
Mm. Yeah.
Heavy D's there.
Yeah.
In Bush, he discovered Craig Mack.
Yes.
Problem with Craig Mack. Craig Mack there.
Right.
Fabulous. Almost died.
Right.
But he's no longer. Yes, and him had a problem.
Yes.
Get away.
Yeah.
There you go. So what happens that when is either them dead,
right,
or them
we're gonna bring that up.
Are they titled?
Yes. They have to leave it all together.
There you go. And
so,
then so you go to Biggie. Yes. And then you talk about. I'm glad you mentioned the first one.
Yes, Kim Porter. People don't think Kim Porter just did so.
No, but she was about to do a lawsuit. She was writing a book and all that kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden she did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do you understand?
Yeah. There's a pattern. There's a pattern for sure. Okay, so we gotta bring that up.
So what is that overall take on this right now?
Yeah.
I believe strongly that the powers that the system is normalizing this bad behavior. Let me tell you why I say that. From the first
Please, you save this and say this online. Say this when we come back. No, this is a real take. It's a real take.
That they're normalizing body heat. Because all come in on lock up here.
Hello.
From the first day. FBI wants Suzette speech right now. No, they know exactly what time I go home. Exactly. They know which part live Alan they'll be. They know what time it is. They might see me in there, but misplaced. How they back to?
No.
It was such a spectacle. When I saw that the first, I was like, what a spectacle.
If they wanted him, they could have locked him up long
time. Not
time.
saying that nothing is not going to happen eventually, but the system of a way whereby they people want to normalize certain things. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I hear you.
Because what I'm trying to say is that there was a time when the rumors were going down to years before. And that was the worst thing. No, it's like, okay.
Yeah, we're cool with that part.
You know, some have a problem with the battle boy. Yeah. Problem with the fact that this death thing and when kick down Cassie. But then they're going to normalize that too because it's like us discussing it like this. Right. It becomes normal. Like and then you have emotions for him and they will play music and him and
she must have done something.
You get what I'm trying to say? It's going to normalize it a little bit.
Yeah, I think we gotta do it.
Listen, if I see a poor man, I'm gonna jail a long time. I
didn't know this. Lisa saying Suzette Kim Porter's first autopsy was hidden.
Yes.
And the pathologist died.
Yes, and the pathologist died.
Oh God.
And when he was accused, of and them said that the happening said take up stop playing music and stuff like that.
No.
And tell him to listen to me.
Yeah.
Him have FBI people man come say, yo, I have to keep the music, otherwise it is everything.
Yeah. Wow.
It means everything. Yeah, vibes it when you come in after and start rapping.
Yeah.
I think.
No. Let's go. Woo. Hey, that intro is not because we endorse him, That intro is just to set the tone for today. Welcome, Miss Suzette Speaks live on your radio. Again, this is a topic today that I know a lot of people are very passionate about. We wanted to open up the calls and the floor to people who want to talk about what we saw on that horrific video concerning the one Mr. Sean Diddy Combs and Miss Cassie Ventura. Again, this has been talked about all throughout social media. This has been talked about, at our dinner tables. I've talked to cousins, friends, everybody when it comes to Wagwan. And again, breaking news. Let me just, as I'm watching the TV here, I'm live on the radio, y'all. Breaking news, Sean Kingston's home in Southwest Ranches was just raided. On my way over here, I saw the headline on my phone. And you guys who don't know, Sean Kingston is a Jamaican-American producer and rapper. And he lives here in South Florida, in Southwest Ranches. Actually, a lot of the celebs live in that area. And apparently, I saw a whole heap of police coming down. It looks like BSO officers in a raid at Sean Kingston's Southwest Ranches home. Now, they are serving a search warrant for the rental home that he has currently in Southwest Ranches. Again, this is breaking news. Southwest Ranches right now, they're live on the scene, as we can see here at Sean Kingston's rental home there. And it looks like there are some allegations about him defrauding certain companies and not paying for items like TVs and other things that he is allegedly has used his fame in order to gain properties and then not pay for them, like taking them illegally. So me never see so much police for go get TV from people when no pay for TV. So I think there's more smoke again, but we don't know. But again, that's breaking news. Turn on your TV, you can't watch it too. Or just listen. We'll have updates throughout the day. Sean Kingston's rented home. Them have to put it on the TV, put out all in business. Rented home in Southwest Ranches. Allegedly, again, there is a raid there with regards to possible properties that have not been paid for that he is allegedly been taking from businesses and not paid for. So that's breaking news. But today's show topic is Diddy, y'all. 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. My online crew, appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're listening first time, I'm Suzette Speaks, y'all. I'm a hostess with the Moses here. Grew up in South Florida, Jamaican parents. Really enjoy, just elevating our community through good conversations. And when we talk about good, we talk about ones that are educating, and then ones like today, which are also educational, but tough, because we have what was deemed before all of this. And wait there, humble lion, I want to get you into the conversation because maybe he hasn't been the hero of hip hop that many believe that he had as far as his status before more and more allegations. But as Humble Lion and I were just talking on the break, there has been a lot of clouds, can we say it like that again, allegations, clouds around the one Sean Diddy Combs. And one of these clouds started with Biggie Small, and then moved into some of the other artists.
Actually, with Heavy D.
Go on, tell me a little bit of your perspective on the history of where we've seen these clouds surrounding Mr. Sean Combs.
Well, the first time I heard anything was when it was the late Jamaican rapper Heavy D,
yes,
and the singer Aaron Hall, and Puff Daddy that started Bad Boy Records.
It was the four of them?
It was the
three of them, excuse me. Aaron Hall, Heavy D, and I didn't know it was a joint effort. And P. Diddy.
And P. Diddy. That's
the artist now known as Diddy, yes.
Artist because
known as Puffy, Puff Daddy.
Back then he was Puff Daddy.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, and then, a problem ensued.
Okay. Disagreement. Yeah.
And Bad Boy Records continued. Heavy D passed away.
Right.
Okay. Heavy D was known to have respiratory issues and stuff like that.
Heavy set man.
He was a heavy set man.
Yeah.
You know, so we're not saying anything. We're just saying. After that, Craig Mack.
Yes.
He discovered Craig Mack, the great rapper.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Craig Mack passed away.
I remember Craig Mack.
And then you have other people like Fabulous, who came out and had issues with their royalties and stuff like that.
Right.
And he's alive, but his career.
Fabulous career flopped since
then. We talked about Mace, who had issues with the same kind of thing with money and stuff. Talk about Shine, who ended up in jail and he got hurt. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Talk about Biggie Smalls, who complained about the same thing again, once again. You know what I mean? And then we can go further, but then you talk now about that track record. Then you go back now to his first wife.
Yes, Kim Porter.
Who, when she was about to sue and she wrote a book or something like that, then all of a sudden she ended up dead too.
You're teaching me that because I didn't know Kim Porter was on the brink of writing a book and suing. So people are looking, and I appreciate my online crew. Big up everybody watching on Suzette Speaks show. Lisa.
So I want to make a disclaimer though.
Go ahead.
Most definitely. That I'm not saying that I believe all of these things that I heard.
Right.
But I've been hearing these things since the early 90s.
Yes.
And there's a track record of what I've been hearing. I'm still not accusing anybody.
We know that again.
I just wanted to make that disclaimer.
No, but
and I'm not for him or against him.
Understood.
I'm just presenting things as I have been observing. I used to live in New York as well back in the day. And I've been hearing those things from I was in New York. Heavy D happens to be close enough to my family.
Oh, wow.
From an in-law standpoint.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he's from, St. Elizabeth, Mandeville area. I'm from Mandeville. My first child's mother is their cousins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you know that.
Most definitely. Yeah. From that standpoint. That doesn't mean that I know any more intricacies of exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But Heavy D, Aaron Hall, Puff Daddy were the starters.
Yeah.
There's also Alea that we could talk about too, that also passed away. in the mix. But that was also had to do with Jay-Z and Damon Dash. Rumors once again.
So we don't have
a lot of these things have been a pattern all these years.
No, people have always speculated and said to themselves, wait a minute, when you have so much people that are attached, as 𝙑𝙤𝙘𝙚 is talking about, with and affiliated with Mr. Combs, and then disagreements or whatever ensue, and then these people, career flop, some people don't end up alive. And people say, oh, is it coincidence? Is it natural causes? It just begs the question. And again, we do not know. These are just, again, we're laying out for you to go ahead and do your research and think about what is being presented and why. So the timing of things, I think, is very important, is very telling. But my thing was when I saw the raid, the federal raid of Sean Diddy Combs' properties, one here in Miami and the other in LA, I was like, why now? We've seen and we've heard. Did it take Cassie's lawsuit to do that? Did you already have, if there's as ambulance, if the FBI want you, they will find you.
That's another thing that shocked me. They went for an FBI raid.
Yes.
Suzette needs to know that if they want you, they know exactly what time you go to bed, exactly where you live, but they even know how to take you from your bathroom if they want to. How come they did an FBI raid and he wasn't there?
He wasn't there. He's on the tarmac. He's going to this island. That I was just kind of like, wait a minute. This don't make sense.
Not right.
This don't make sense.
From that standpoint.
No, we have a caller. All right, give me the caller. 850-446-0562. Get you right in touch. 850-446-0562. Live on the Suzette Speak Show. Hey, Carla, how are you? What's your name and where you calling from? Good, thank you. Who is this?
I am on the road.
Okay. Okay, what's your name? Okay, Gary. Gary don't want to give him rightfully. Well, yes, Gary.
Money doesn't change you. Never change the spot.
Wow.
These guys are considered corporate thugs. I've been living in this country since 1943, growing up listening to all these. Some of them died. People out in Valve, I don't want to call names, killing them. They're corporate thugs. Money does not change you when you start winning from the street.
Wow. So
that was only because of money and private jets coming. Okay? So expect some corporate thugs. You come here with nothing on your back and you leave with nothing.
Wow.
Only one man has the power over all.
Yeah.
You know who that is.
Exactly. Amen. Wow. So you say Puppet or P. Diddy or Diddy or even called no Diddy has always had this propensity, but no, it just changed in the type of behavior and the scale of it. But you're saying, do you have connection with him from a long time? Do you just been watching him from a long time? Or you just see the pattern and you think this is just par for the course? Okay. Okay. So you just see. So you think he's eventually going to jail, or what do you think?
Well, guess what?
You think?
We know what happened to the Jews. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna go back to OJ. Lord God. Okay. Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Okay. Okay. But as far as you observe, you just say the behavior hasn't changed. It just changed in terms of the time and place. But a person, as you put it, that have, gangster propensities, thuggish propensities, is the same thing no matter what you're doing on the street, are you doing at a record business label, the music business, or you're in corporate America. You got the same, what you call it, MO, modus operandi. Okay. He said a leopard does not change his spots. Okay, when people show you who they are, Oprah said believe them. I guess is another place that can go. But thank you for that, Gary. Any other thoughts? I appreciate you. Thanks for the call, Gary, calling in. Gary didn't want to give his government. Gary said, call me Gary for now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate you calling 850-446-0562. If you haven't been keeping up with what's going on, there was a horrific case that we saw on a horrific video that we saw relating to the case of Cassie Ventura, the ex-girlfriend, R&B singer, an ingenue at one point of Mr. Sean Diddy Combs. And again, there was a vehement denial by Diddy's legal team up until last Friday, where we saw a video released by CNN. And in that video, we saw this horrendous behavior where Miss Ventura was being attacked by Mr. Combs. He was running after her in a hotel in 2016 in Los Angeles. And on that video, we saw what was, domestic violence at its worst, being thrown to the ground, kick after, threw a vase at her as he sat across from her, dragged her in the hallway, just some horrible stuff. And again, if you're experiencing domestic violence, there is a hotline where you can text 741-741, text home to 741, pound 741-741. Do it twice, right? Pound 741-741, you can text. And it is a really serious issue. And again, it brings light to whether or not we ignore behavior of people who are ultimately very talented. Now, I'm not going to say it's an exact comparison, but some would possibly argue, when we see people at a certain caliber of, external achievement, money, right, talent, will that sometimes overshadow, specifically for men like Mr. Diddy, Mr. Combs, the evil or reprehensible behavior? Again, he's innocent until being proved guilty, but we saw on a pretty a clear video allegedly what he did, and he has since come out in a video of his own and made an apology saying he was sorry. Some people didn't like that. You could see it on his Instagram, a post saying, oh, him go get therapy, or he needs to be healed, and what him work on and all of this. He's not that person anymore. Now, up to this point, he'd been denying it. The legal team had been denying it. So we are, again, many of us, how the heck the video took until from 2016 till now to come out. And then when FBI want you, FBI find you. So this kind of a raid that was, many people said, like a spectacle that took place a couple months back. We saw, again, now this is a 7th lawsuit in recent times, naming Mr. Combs. This recent lawsuit I'm going to tell you about, I'm reading from, I had it in the Washington Post. Let me see. You can text home to 741-741 to reach a trained crisis counselor through a crisis text line if you are in a domestic violence situation. Again, we see, that's another thing that this demonstrated for me. A lot of people say, why don't the people try to get out? Or you can't get to it. Yes, what is one of the most dangerous times for my family lawyers out there? As a lawyer, I don't practice family law, but I know my family lawyers will tell you the most dangerous time for a person in a domestic violence where another person is abusing you physically, emotionally, and mentally is when you try leave them. Lots of people, mostly women, lose their lives when they try to leave an abuser. So when you think it's as simple as we just saw demonstrated in that video that was released with Cassie Ventura and Diddy. She try leave. And then I said to myself, God, if this is what we see in the hallway in the video, God help us. What would we expect happen behind closed doors? You in a public place like a hotel. You run down the hallway, not even have on clothes. You have on towel and your big old socks, and I run down the girl and you throw up on ground and kick her and drop her and throw vase at her. That's what we saw. So imagine what we cannot see. This is a lot of what the victim blaming just kind of get under my skin. I saw, well, we don't know what was in the bag. Did she steal something? What? We don't know what she did. What are you talking about? What are you really talking about? We need people, especially our men, to stand up against these things. Talk about it. Condemn it. If we look at things like this and we start to justify it, who do we become? What is it saying about the nature of our community values? Me not care how talented a person be. Me not care how much awards and accolades. I don't care.
Suzette, sorry to jump in,
No,
right?
go ahead.
Let me tell you something, man. I always find the bright side of things. You know the bright side of this?
Tell me.
The death of celebrity worship. This is not the start. This is a part of the death of celebrity worship. As a people, it's better for us to listen to ourselves and to talk to ourselves than to be so highly influenced and let our children be raised by celebrity status. I have a big problem with it.
Yeah.
I take many pictures, obviously, because I've been in the business with many artists.
Yeah.
And many times I'm afraid to post them because I'm not trying to show like it's about the artist. It's really about the music of the artist. It's really about the work of the artist. You get what I'm trying to say to you? But I'm not necessarily concerned with their character or anything like that, because what I'm trying to say is that from I was young, I realized the danger of celebrity worship.
Yeah, man. Listen, you
It's
can't.
a dangerous
You
thing.
can't. First of all, beautiful point, Humble Lion. You cannot. You can't co-sign everybody because they're talented. And I think in America, especially now a social media world we're living in, people with good looks, charisma, other, talents as well, they can gain super followings super fast. And they haven't been vetted, right? When it comes to their actual character, their value system, we used to pride ourselves in saying the character of the person, which is what we look at to count the most. But no, celebrity far the celebrity reach far outpaces, what would I call it, the vetting process. So you can, through your talent, gain a platform that your character cannot keep you at. So you have a lot of people, like I think about even Bill Cosby and what he was accused of, and other people that were extremely talented people. But what do we do in our community to make sure we're not blinded by the talent, not overlooking because of the talent?
It even goes with even religion. You remember Jimmy Swaggart?
Oh yeah,
The majority of his church turned back after he was accused of prostitution. You know what I'm trying to say? Celebrity worship. Once again, not looking at Christ now in this point.
No, exactly.
From that point.
No, we can talk about R. Kelly. Look how long it take for R. Kelly get little justice.
You see what I'm saying?
Because again, I Believe I Can Fly was always on the playlist.
You know what I mean?
And we can't think of somebody who could write something so beautiful to have that kind of dark side, but all of we have it.
But
everybody is battling the good versus evil inside each of us. All of us are human beings.
And that's the purpose of this show. I play Puff Daddy. I play Vybz Kartel. I play every artist that people think that have something bad. You know why? Because all of these artists have something good and clean and palatable that I can play. Why again? I'm not concerned about whether or not I like the artist. Right. But I will always look for the music that I like from each and every artist.
Yes. So in that same vein, and I agree with that, I bump my Vybz Kartel too. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And I listen to him, but I know that there is more to the man. I take the music as the art, but I know there's more to the person.
And he has a lot of clean and conscious music.
Yes, he does.
That the ones that are not so conscious are the more popular ones.
Exactly. And even with Diddy, what I want to stand on, and again, you can call this is your last chance, get your opinion heard today on the Suzette Show Live, 850-446-0562. Get your right in touch, 850-446 here at the studio. Call in live, 446-0562. No, what I want to say as well is that no matter how much the talent is kind of the overarching, what can I say, quality people see in them, we cannot avoid accountability where accountability is due. You can be as talented as you want to be. You can be as amazingly gifted as you want to be. But you see, when you violate, certain laws and norms, it doesn't matter how big of a pedestal people put you on. Once we have the evidence, as a lawyer, I'm talk about the evidence. Once we see the proof, once you go through the legal system and the jury of your peers get to listen and see and evaluate the strength of the evidence, anybody can be held accountable from that standpoint, and it shouldn't matter the money you have. Now, I know that, again, people get very cautious and very worrisome about the court of public opinion, and I get that. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. And again, what we have seen now on this tape, though, has corroborated a lot of what we saw in the Cassie lawsuit. So it leaves us with some food for thought, but we also have to remember, no matter, as again, the celebrity, we have to condemn wrong when it's wrong and uplift right when it's right. Nobody is above the measure of saying, you know what, that behavior right there, we as a community, we can't tolerate that. We love your music. We think that you are a phenomenal artist, but that behavior right there is a no for us. So we as a community have to kind of hold the line and not make it okay, not normalize this type of behavior. Like you could just come with, let a couple years pass and we still bumping you and we still, no. We didn't even get to go into the Kim Porter thing good yet. When we talk about statute of limitations, listen, I have about 3 minutes. I can't get too deep into the statute of limitations, but how you feel about this, I want you to write me online. I'm gonna post. Yes, but the problems that Mr. Combs has faced, again, there has been little smoke clouds along this path of his. And everybody can't be wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Everything can't be coincidental, right? Sometimes they say there's a saying that the most obvious reason is probably the answer. We're going to look even more deeply. I'm going to bring in an expert next week. Shout out to Dr. Jason Prendergast, who's going to be here with me next Friday to talk a little bit more about the mentality of becoming a whole person. Because you know what is the roots of this, you know? You see, when people insecure about themselves and people don't love themselves, there can be, you can have as much money, you could stand on a tower of money, but without self-love, self-belief, and healing, you can, and anybody could be in this situation. So that's why I said let this be an example. It's not about one man, really. Of course, again, accountability is important, but we ourselves, we can use this as a tool to see what in my life reflects any parts of this horrific story, and what can we be doing within our community when we see it to more quickly address it, so it doesn't fester and that people end up having to sue you almost years later in a 10-year relationship with somebody who could literally take your life. There's so many parts of this. We're gonna come back to this, Diddy. And I know, again, as a lawsuit them come forward, we just knew a new lawsuit that was filed, a seventh lawsuit in as many months, by the model Kristen McKinney. In the latest lawsuit accusing rapper Diddy of sexual violence or physical abuse. It was filed in New York, stating that, you know, in 1998 she had this encounter, and it was horrific. I'm gonna allow you to. We're almost out of time. I'm gonna allow you to read about it, but we gotta stay on top of this, y'all. Don't let people sweep it under the rug because of fame. Fame. We got to stay conscious. Shout out to my online viewers. I appreciate you, Harrison Family Values, Lisa Amore, Links, RM. I see you guys online. Big up everybody watching and listening. We're going to continue the conversation. Tomorrow, I'm going to have none other than City of Plantation Commissioner Jennifer Andreu is coming through the Suzette Speaks show. You know I like a little politics. You know I like a little community activism mixed in with my show. Hot Topics, of course. You catch me every Thursday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. There are so many parts of this story. Shout out to Reese on watching online as well. A wonderful 34. I see you online. Big up everybody watching on Suzette Speaks. You can follow me on all platforms, y'all. Suzette Speaks, 1Z, 2 T's. I will follow you back. Shout out to those who have been following me now on Instagram, Facebook. I soon go up on TikTok. I never really want to do the TikTok thing, but I forgot to join the TikTok. But appreciate you guys. You can call me anytime. Also, if you want to advertise or sponsor a program, please do so. We'd love to have you on. And we have wonderful packages here. Again, you can listen to us 94.3 FM Miami, 102.1 FM Fort Lauderdale, 102.3 North Miami, Hollywood, 99.7 FM Orlando-Winter Garden, Lake Mary, and of course, Port St. Lucie, Vero Beach. What up? We're always showing love for up north, as we call it, 105.3 FM. Again, Suzette Speaks live on your radio. Thank you for listening. We got Lisa B coming up next. I can't wait. Throwback Thursdays, y'all. It's going to be a vibe today. Get ready. Thanks for listening. God's willing, I'll see you tomorrow.
But nobody wants to. If I die now,
Thank you guys for listening and watching. I appreciate you. Big up yourself. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.